Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Grace to Care. Take a breath, pull up a chair, little laugh, little truth to share with Grace to Care. Together for the ones who hold it off through the late calls, long hauls, coffee cold on the counter again. But your heart keeps showing up, my friend. Grief and grit and every gift you're given. This is where your purpose meets your living. You don't have to carry every weight alone. We're cheering as you find your way back home. You never meant to walk this road out on your own. We're Grace to Care. Together.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. The way that song starts.
Me too. Me too.
It's beautiful.
It's like a good old fashioned, like a good old friend.
Yes.
True.
Hello, Desiree. We got some people on the porch ready. Hello, Chrisia. On the porch ready. We love it.
So good.
Welcome to the porch.
Today we get a chance to pause on the porch and just take a moment. I'm loving it. Y'all loving it?
Always. It's been beautiful spring weather, been enjoying that. We talked about that last week. But I'm still enjoying it.
It's that time of the year, Jess, where we talk about the weather all the time. We all just love, love, love spring.
We're coming out of that seasonal affective disorder where we've been without light.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I actually missed you all last week. I got a chance to watch the replay.
We missed you too. How was your vacation?
It was fantastic. And I knew you guys were going to be talking about rest, and I wanted to be a good steward of rest and not pop on. And then I said, about 15 minutes into it, because I was just watching my clock the whole time. I was like, sure want to be on there. And about 15 minutes into it, I said, I could join as a guest. And then I decided to just be present with the folks I was with, and I had a really good time.
Well, we missed you. We missed you. Y'all miss Miriam out there. Oh, I love it. Desiree's on the YouTube side, so I love that. So that way we can hear and see what's going over there. And then Chrisia is on the Facebook side. I love that. So we can get a chance to see, how everything's going, where everybody's at. I love that.
That is fantastic.
I love it. So, of course, today we're going to talk. We're going to take it to the next place. I love this topic, Miriam.
Yeah.
The 3 L's.
Laugh, learn, and let go.
I like the extra L in there.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I'm going to start today because I can't wait to have y'all have a gut-wrenching laugh with me. So, on Sunday, I cooked dinner, and I did some dressing, some green beans, Cornish hens, and potatoes, mushrooms, and all my favorite foods. And I took a plate to my mom, and she doesn't have a really good appetite right now. So I said to her, I think I used your green bean recipe, and they're really going to be good. You're going to love them. So she ate a spoonful, and she says, "You need to watch me prepare them again." I was going to die laughing.
Oh my
goodness. So that was my laugh. I still laugh when I think about her and my green beans. So I'm going to try it again. And it just didn't work for her, Desiree.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She said you need to watch again because you didn't.
Yeah, they didn't work out for her.
That is
Yeah,
so funny.
I
That,
know. I
that is
know.
so funny. That is
It's
so funny.
hilarious.
Guys, share Desiree, you care for your mom. Think about a caregiving moment that she had that made you laugh, Um, anything that you all want to share is good stuff. I was trying to think of when I saw you talking about this, I was trying to think of because I'm laughing all the time
Yes.
because Willie is hilarious. So my husband is
Yes.
hilarious. Like
He's so funny.
I don't even think he knows he's funny. Like
I don't think he tries. He just is.
he just is. He just is. He's so here's one that made me laugh. I tried to act like I didn't understand what he was saying, but so last week, you all probably saw this. I think I posted it, but we were in the kitchen and I said, "Oh my gosh, I just feel like I'm being so dramatic today." And he said, he said, is that different? Is that unusual? Is that so I'm thinking, so are you calling me dramatic? So what do you surmise? Then he start using big words on me. So what do you surmise from this? What do you surmise? I'm like, but are you calling me dramatic?
As you become more dramatic.
That's so
I
funny.
become even more like I'll become even more dramatic than this. He was like, I mean, what's the difference? You're always dramatic in essence, is what he was saying. But yeah, that was a funny one. That was a funny one.
It's always a good time at your house with Mr. Willie. I laugh a lot when I hang out and talk to him.
He's funny. Like you said, I don't even know if he knows he's funny.
Yeah.
He's quiet till he's not, and when he talks, he drops those one-liners. So funny.
Right. Like, is there anything any different? I'm like, yeah, so I'm dramatic. So yeah,
I know you guys are talking about the lighter side of laughing, but I also remember the parts of caregiving where you could get so angry and so frustrated, all you had left to do was laugh. Like there's the other side of laughing where like I know when I used to like wrestle down oxygen tanks and couldn't get it to like turn right or the gear wrong or something, you didn't know if it was the tank or not, or then you're in a hurry or oh man, there were plenty of those moments too.
you
It
heard this
just
saying, you laugh to keep from crying.
yep. So you have laughter in two directions in caregiving. So,
It's like, what else are we gonna do about this? We may as well laugh, right? We may as well laugh.
listen,
That's
yeah.
good. I'm gonna have to remember those green beans though. I think that surely was. You're gonna have to let us know when you get those green beans right. When you get those green beans right. Anyone else have something you love to share? We love to hear, what makes you laugh because today is all about, those three L's. It's all about how much you laugh, how much you learn, right? And how much you can let go. So anything else y'all have to share out there, but that's funny. You're gonna call us up when you get those green beans right.
I will. I will. I was thinking too about, I wish we had more caregivers here on the live right now because we're doing a big giveaway today, right? And
Mhm.
so we were going to take a shift for the caregivers on the call today. So unfortunately, we only have a couple of. So what I'll have to say is, here's the giveaway. April Fool.
Here's the giveaway. Here's
Yeah.
the giveaway. I know. Where you guys at? Today must be a busy day.
It
Busy
must
day.
be, but I'm sure
Desiree said
they'll
her mom getting in the shower without any assistance made her so mad that all she could do was laugh. I could see that. Like, what are you? What are you?
Yeah.
All you can do is just laugh, shake your head, right? Like, mom, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
See
funny.
that, Desiree.
That's funny. That's funny. What about Mary, you talk about the laughing, right?
Mhm.
But then you talk about that learning.
Yes,
So something that
absolutely.
we learned this week.
Yes. So we talked about it week before last, and I think I've mentioned it the week before that. But just this pausing on the porch for me is such a big learning and a time of reflection. Our pastor said on Sunday that if we don't, how did he say that? If we don't pause, if we're not thinking, it's costing us something, is what he said. If we're not, it's costing us something. And I thought about that. And I thought about, this time on the porch really have really helps us to connect and pause and really think about, what it is and reflect on our experiences and what have you. So I just value this time on the porch so, so, so much until it's an opportunity for me to learn. And I was thinking about, like, really, what have I learned as I reflected this week? And it's really to value and to be present through this time, through this season, I should say, that I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. It's so easy to run past the day, run past the time, especially in caregiving, because it's pretty much schedule oriented. So caregiving is pretty much schedule oriented. If you're, you've got your meals, you have your medicine, and so it's pretty much schedule oriented, and it's very easy to run past moments and not take that moment to just pause and, and really learn.
Yeah. I think I shared on one of our social media pages this week that when we're uncertain, right, or I commented on it, when we're uncertain is another good time to learn and really take time to do that. So I think it's all in just taking that time. It's valuable time, whereas sometimes it could feel like a distraction. The pauses.
Yeah.
I think that's so great too, Miriam, because it's in the uncertainty where we often find the points of frustration. And I think a lot in caregiving, especially in the beginning, right? Like we talked about in this past week in our episode about how there's the learning phase, and it's easy in any phase of caregiving, but especially in that learning phase, to get frustrated in the uncertainty. And what a gift it is to ourselves if we can pause. I think I talked a little bit last week about that, going into the resource closet when I worked in the preschool and just pausing there because I needed that reset. And the gift of learning is a lot of times we feel this tension of growth. That stretch of growth is usually uncomfortable, right? Because we're not confident in it yet. And there may be things we don't know. And but the gift of, let me breathe. And even then, what's the next step? Can I read something? Can I talk to somebody about it? Because then we're not alone either, right? When we can connect to somebody else, that's another part of learning that can raise some of the brevity sometimes that comes up. And we might even find a laugh, because when we get to the point where we can laugh that we don't know, that's helpful too, because there are times in caregiving, I definitely had to laugh at myself for just not knowing, like, and that's not in everything, because obviously there's some severity with some of the stuff we deal with, but absolutely.
It's amazing because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and so sometimes we're going through something, and so they've got this new phrase out that I'm learning to say, and it's, I was X years old when I learned it, so however old you are right now, they say, oh wow, I was 59 or 58 years old when I learned that the cup was actually intended to sit on top of the Chick-fil-A, box or whatever, was actually intended to sit on top of the cup so that you can eat your food and then have your thing to sip, right? And it's like, oh, so how old were you? I was 58, years old when I learned that, or 58. And so I think there's so many things that we just don't know that we don't know, but we learn them. One thing that I'm constantly teaching myself, because I can get scuba gear on today, right? Right. So I won't put on the scuba gear, but this thought just came to my mind. The thought that came to my mind is this something that we may have known, but we don't do it? So the question is, do you really learn the value of it? Because if you really learn the value of it, why not do it? So here's where I'm going with that. I spent all this time trying to get this stuff ready. In our state, homestead and all these things are due. And what's so funny is on property that you've already had, right? You don't have to do that unless something changed or whatever. I spent all this time, and then finally I said, one of the things that I learned to just, if you don't know, just be still with it and stop trying to, make up all of this. So I finally just stopped yesterday and was like, you know what? I don't know where all these questions came from on here. I don't remember them being here for years. So I'm just going to do what I said. I'm learning. Be still. Just don't touch it. Let it go. Give it up. That was after probably about an hour of fumbling through that stuff. This morning, I drove down in my town. I call it like Mayberry, right? Because everything's in one location and you could just get out and walk in. When you walk in, they say, hey, how you doing? And I walked in there, and in less than 5 minutes, she said, oh, no problem, Miss Sapp. I'll fix that in the system. It's no problem. You don't even need all of that. I was like, it took me 10 minutes to drive over there, 5 minutes in there. So let's just say a total of 30 minutes that I spent all that time. So it's like, when do you learn that if you don't know, just pause and ask, or just let it rest for a moment? Like, when do you really learn that?
Yeah, that's good. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, I said, I'm just in this season, two things about learning in this season. I said, one, I'm in this place of just exponential rapid learning. And I think we've talked about that as a team, building a business and launching a podcast. We are all in a place of learning skills rapidly as a team here at Grace to Care. And it's almost like the fire hose, and not just on one topic. Like, we are learning a lot about a lot quickly. And there's been so much grace on that. But the thing I told my friend yesterday is, I'm just learning in this season, truly, as much as I've known in the past, like what it actually looks like not to strive, and just to be in the vein of this is what God has. And I don't need to fight. I don't need to fight for anything. That if it's for me, it's right in front of me, and it's already like his provision is already there for me. Like, and just, it hit me when I told her that yesterday, like how deeply I'm living that for the first time. It's like getting a hold of it and really living in that space for the first time.
Wow.
How does that feel like, Jess?
It's a rest. The thing about the gift of that is it's restful. We always talk about, especially sometimes in the Christian world, like working from a place of rest, rest in him, rest. And what does it actually look like to fully, like, you have the details. I don't have control, or if somebody else's motives or intentions are not for you, or they go in a direction that you didn't expect. Like, okay, I don't have to like be all emotional and present in that. I can let it go, and I don't have to fight for things that are, there's a time to set boundaries and fight for something, but just really finding that line of like, what's my battle and what's not, and what's his battle and what's not. And it's freeing, and there's a rest in that. And I think even in caregiving, there's a space for that, because we can come sometimes in caregiving, get in that battle of the wills and just the different expectations of what's needed, and how important it is to step back and breathe, and to laugh, and to just be able to get back to the point of like, let's communicate what are the core needs. So
I talked to a caregiver yesterday. She's very new, in this phase of caregiving. Is very new to her. And I talked to her on yesterday, and one of the things I just felt led to share with her is that you're going to always be learning something and picking up something new. And I just kind of talked to her about something as simple as chucks, the things that we put on the beds. Um, and we start talking about chucks, and she was like, "Wow, I didn't know that." And I said, "Wow, one of the things I'd love to do, since this is kind of new. I mean, she's just having, like she said, there are questions I don't even know to ask, and it's just something coming from everything." And she says we have had OT, PT, the nurse, and I understand all of that, your house, everybody being in the house, and you just, some things you just don't know, you don't know the questions to ask. And so I told her, I said, well, this is what we're going to do on next week. I told her I'm going to give her one of my days, like, one of my hours or whatever, and I'm just going to ride over there and just kind of, do like a little quick check with her. And if there's something I know, then I'll share with her, like what we talked about, the chucks. And she was like, would you? And I said, yeah. She's like, I know you have what you have. I said, hey, listen, there are some things that I remember when LaShawn Brown, I'm going to tag her in this so she can watch it. I remember her coming over one day and basically kind of doing an eye check and an assessment. I had no idea that she had worked in the healthcare arena before. And she said, I want to come over there and I want to see you and Mr. Willie today. And she taught me so many things about movement, moving him in and out of the bed, especially at that time when his mobility was not what it is today. And there was just simple things when she got on the bed and she did the rolling and the pulling. And I mean, it was just easy. She said, and then she said, now you try, now you do. And those were things that were so helpful. And so sometimes we don't know what we don't know, but I love the fact that when we stay connected, when we stay in community, then we can get from each other what we need.
You're going to do for her what Jess is going through right now. Jess talked about accelerated learning. I mean, and it was just a full circle moment right there for you to do that, and as well as paying it forward. So LaShaw's going to be blessed to hear that you're doing that. So yeah, that's great.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So we had the laughing, right? The learning, and then of course that last L, Miriam.
What is the one thing you're learning to let go of? Oh my goodness. So, okay, let me just put it out there. And it does say that you are learning. So I am still learning this. Let go of that idea that I have to hold it all together. That I don't even know how to let go of that, but I identified it as something that I have to work on. And so if y'all have tips, send them my way. Please send your tips my way, because I am very proficient of holding it all together.
Oh, it's amazing you say learning, right?
Yes.
So learning. I don't know if you ever saw Elsa in Frozen. So you have grandkids, you kind of watch all of these movies. And there's this song on there, let it go, let it go. She sings a song about letting it go. So sometimes when things get to that level with me, I start singing that song in my head. And it just caused me just to kind of get to this kind of relief. I just imagine myself, floating around like Elsa and just, saying, just singing in my own little Disney world, let it go. And it's amazing. I mean, this is a funny thing, but it just gives me just a space of release. But when I tell you, I understand what you were talking about.
Yes.
I understand.
That makes me laugh, Fern, because when I worked in the hospital, it was a chaotic environment. I worked with teenagers. I ran a program, all that stuff. And on our board in our chart room where all the staff convened, my coworker and I, we were watching the Hunger Games at the time. So we would always say, may the odds be ever in your favor. But we also, that was sort of in the Finding Nemo times. So when things would just get crazy, we would just be like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Because it was sort of that, like, you can't hold it all. It's too much. Like, and I think that's so true in caregiving. Like, there's so many pieces you're tending to, so often we grow so naturally into the things that we learn, right? Even from childhood, young adulthood into adulthood, we learn the feeding ourselves and paying our bills and all those moving pieces, that we've kind of come into this gradual natural place of how to be an adult. But it's a whole nother space, even if you went through that as a parent, where you learn to take care of somebody, you're taking care of somebody who's learning. So you're in a different kind of teaching capacity. It's a whole nother thing when you're having to learn how to do all those things with another adult who already had their own process of that. And it can feel like you're having to revisit, well, how do I do bills? And how do I get meals for two different people? And it's different than parenting sometimes. And we know some of you as caregivers may be taking care of children with disabilities or lifelong. And so that's been a process you've been in, but it can feel like too much. And so there are times where it's just one of my things is it's okay to not be okay. And not being okay doesn't mean that things aren't together. Okay. Like it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not have it all worked out, and it's okay to just keep swimming, even if that meal fell to the ground or that particular, you know what, oops, we did miss medicine and messed it up. Well, let's get back on track. Right? Like those things are gonna happen. And so you can beat yourself up with guilt, or you just gotta let it be and step into the next step of it. Take that breath, have that laugh. If you got to learn something, like something may happen and you're like, oh, wait, I got something else I got to learn. We've talked a lot about it's a moving, breathing thing. Caregiving today may not look like tomorrow. And so sometimes you got to go learn another thing. And so just what does that look like? Letting go.
That's so good. That's so good. Desiree said, learning that I can't change where her mom, is in her health challenges. So I need to love her at the stage she's at, and I'm still learning. Oh, that's a real one. That's a real one. That's a real one. It's a real one, and it's a great challenge. It's a real one, and it's a great challenge, especially we always know our loved ones where they were, and sometimes it's hard to see where they may be now. It's very difficult. It's it's a great challenge. It's a great challenge. Yeah, it's a great challenge. So I don't know. I don't know in those cases if it's so much of a let go as it is a love in that space. Like, what she says, like, I just need to love her at that stage that she's at. So it's almost like a loving in that space, loving right there.
Yeah. Desiree has the answer already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is so beautiful.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. That's good. That's good. That's good. That is so good. Well, listen, we've gone through these 3 L's, and I forgot my lemonade, my other L. I'll have to find some sugar-free lemonade.
I have some real sweet tea here in my mason jar. And look, and it's a mason jar that was reused from something else.
Woo!
The best kind.
I'm gonna need to find me some unsweetened stuff. I was like, great day. I've looked at some of the labels, and in caregiving, because you're reading labels for everyone, you find yourself reading labels for yourself, which is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But now when I see something like, oh my gosh, does this have that much of that? Oh my gosh. And what would have been a normal sip now is like, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. But this has been good,
It has been.
This has been good. Learning how to laugh, learning how to learn, and also let go. That's good. That's good. Well, we've got of course, for those of you who have been on, we've been talking about our there we go. We've been talking about our journal. And so if you look up in the top corner up there, we have our barcode where you can go to the site and purchase your journal. But we're saying, let's not just get a journal for you. Let's get a journal for those that you love and know. Let's talk about this journal. Let's talk about week 2, and of course you may be in another week, but there's this space there on week 2 that talks about some of what we just shared today, and that is I release what I cannot control and embrace what I can. And I'm just finding that this journal, the spaces, the times, and where we're landing at, it just seems to apply so much as to where we're at right now.
Mhm.
And I love that. I love that there are no dates on here. So you get a chance to, you might be a person, you say, okay, I'm making this my week 1, or you might look at the calendar and say, well, this is week number what in the year? What week is this in the year?
13.
This is week number 13. And so you might go to,
I am.
you go to week 13, right? It tells you healing is not a destination, it's a rhythm, right? So
it was right on time for me today too. So I love that.
yeah.
Things just seem to just really all come together for us in this journey. And we know who is knitting it all together for us.
Yes. Yes.
We're just not that smart.
We are not that smart. We are not that smart. We are not that smart. We're not that smart. Well, listen, can we talk about something that is occurring in April, just to kind of put it out here. We're going to put it on our page, but Jess and I are going to a caregivers conference here in the Georgia area. And it's a free conference for caregivers. So even if you wanted to drive in, you're not limited to, if you live in Georgia or not, but it's the H3 conference. We'll put the link out there, on our on here as well as on the Facebook page. But I want to encourage people to go and to sign up and get registered for it, because it's going to be an amazing. It is actually April the 17th through the 19th, and it's again the H3, which stands for Healing Helping Hands. But it's a conference sponsored by Zion Church in Marietta, Georgia. And I'm loving everything about it. We're going to get a chance to be there, but we'll also get a chance to receive.
Yeah, that was so exciting to get to meet the woman putting on this conference, and just to hear her heart behind, she was a caregiver and that she really just wanted to give to other people. And I love her heart that she works really hard to make this an expense-free, like truly just care and love on caregivers. And so we just really want to encourage you where you are, if that's you, and you're like, I could use some breathing room, and she's got several doctors coming to be on panels and speakers, and there's giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. They're doing a movie and having a special guest after the movie, just to treat people, to have a good night and get good information, and just also kind of just to be loved on, you guys, and have it, we take care of others, but to have somebody take care of you for a couple days. And so really want to encourage you guys to go. It's a resource. It's an opportunity to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And once we post the information and you're open to attend, it's the 17th through the 19th. You can attend one day or or the entire conference. So if you can, please prioritize the conference, and hopefully you can make it.
Yeah. I'm going to put the link out there, but I'll also, I'll put it out there now. So if you're on now, you can pick it up. But then I'll also put it out on our page. I had a chance yesterday or the day before to look at the movie that they're showing, the Mama Joe Project, and it's actually a movie that's really talking about caregiving and Alzheimer's, so the journey of Alzheimer's. And there's a trailer out there. In fact, the trailer is on Mama Joe's Project, so I'll put that out there right now. But I'm also going to put so that you can actually go and register for the conference itself, because I was like, this is going to be something that is just life changing. I believe that it's going to be, they're doing workshops, lunch. So you'll have lunch, entertainment.
Richard Shaw,
Yeah.
world renowned saxophonist.
Yes, yes. That is true. And one of the things that they've been sharing is how it has been going fast. They've been promoting it all throughout their websites. And so it is the 2026 H3 Caregivers Conference. And they're honoring, I love the theme, is honoring everyday heroes. Honoring everyday heroes. And I love that, because sometimes we miss the fact that, yeah, we're heroes. Caregivers, you're a hero. If you're on here, you're a hero. You are absolutely a hero. And so we'll put it out there. We're putting it on here, but we'll also put it onto our pages so you'll have it as well. And so as you're looking at it, you can go and get registered. One of the things I did notice, but I guess it doesn't really matter, but I noticed that on the Eventbrite, it had the eventbrite.co.uk, which is a UK extension, but it actually comes up. So I was like, well, it comes up. So I guess there's no problem there. It works.
Yes.
So at any rate, we'll put it all out there so that everybody can have it, and you can go and register for it. All right.
Alrighty. Well, it's good seeing everyone.
Yeah. You guys have a good rest of your week.
Yes. Have a great rest of your weekend. Go and capture that again. It'll come inside. It'll be inside of the comment section. So we put it out there, but we'll also make sure that we go put it on our Facebook page as well. All right.
Yes. So keep laughing, learning, and let go.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.